gotta get a stretch in there. Hey man, can you explain to me what we gotta do here? What do you mean, what do you gotta do here? Well, I mean, like, what are we doing here? What's the point? Well, what we gotta do is collect the Wumpa fruits, get the keys, land on these platforms to get boosters. We gotta, and on top of all of that, we gotta make sure they don't score. Dude, that is just a lot. Like, can we simplify it? Like, can we like really simplify it? Like, what's the main objective I should be doing? Fine. To simplify for you, put fruits in our basket. Don't let them put fruits in their basket. Got it? See, that was just easier, wasn't it? Let's just do that. Welcome back to the Kelderock Show. Today we're talking about Crash Team Rumble on the PS5. Crash Team Rumble is a very interesting game here. You can see here we got our little main menu going on here. It's a very interesting little fighting game. Like, not really something you'd expect out of this, but, they do a pretty good job here. You jump in, and it looks really fun to play. It's a 4v4 action game, and basically what you got to do, as you saw from the skit, you have to try to get as many Wumpa fruits into your basket as possible. On top of that, though, you have to get these platforms that can give you a boost. You have to get these keys that give you a superpower. And on top of that, too, like, there's just, you gotta, like, go in and get, like, these, like, season event going on, because, like, they have season events going on here, too. Like, we'll go even more in depth with that, but, like, just, you're going all over here looking for just certain things to just kind of collect and grab from all of it. It's definitely an interesting one, very simple. So your main attack, square, it's basically a spin move for all the characters. All the characters have spin moves. Now, there's also a slam move. You can hold down the circle button to do a heavy slam, or you can do like a light slam, but you still have a slam to go with it. It still requires a lot of platforming because there's edges and everything that you can do. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting. You also have your own personal like kind of ability as well, where you could place like a certain thing. Like, for instance, I guess the beginner one is you could place a plant that acts as like a turret for you. And as you do that, that could be like another line of defense for you, or it could be, offense for you. And even on top of that, you have different maps that give you super different abilities with these keys. You can see from the map here, like you turn invisible with this one, and then other ones give you Aku, that invincibility. Others can give you like a little buff. Like, there's so much going on in this game. It's just crazy, but it's so much fun. Now, talking about characters, though, let's get a little more into that. There are 4 separate categories of characters. There are 4 scorers, 4 blockers, and 4 defenders. Now, they do vary in different ways. Like, you also have to unlock them by getting the badges. And that gives you a little more incentive. That's pretty cool. That's not too bad. The scorer's main purpose is to just literally get the Wumpa fruits and just put it in the basket. That's how you get your super ability. The big main scorer, the easiest player I find personally is Crash. He's a very simple character to use. He plays just like himself. But you're supposed to run around and basically just score when you need to score. Now, following that, we have our defender. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember the name of the defender character that I use in the clip, but he's supposed to be the easiest one to use because he's the one you unlock at first. He has an air cannon, but basically his role is to just stop you from getting... You're stopping the opponent, from getting the Wumpa fruit into the basket. He is supposed to be more of a tanky kind of character. He's supposed to be big, buff, and like able to stop him with what he can do. And he also, with his air cannon, he gives a little more different play. Like, he's able to go up, he's able to pull people in, he's able to pull in Wumpa fruits if you want to score. He's able to do so much after that. And then there is the booster characters. The booster characters give a boost for when you want to, get those boost panels, when you use the keys. Like, you get a multiplier for that, and it's a bigger multiplier for that. Now, with Coco, who you see I'm using in this clip, she also has a shield she could use. So during the game while I was playing this, like, I was using the shield to get away, and like I'd place a brick wall and it would stop them in their tracks. And that's pretty cool. And each character does have their own unique ability that they can do. Like, you see that Spyro is in the game as well, and he can make his horns on fire and like run into people. I don't really have a clip of that, unfortunately. That's just not what I was able to do at the time. But, you know, they give you each variety, and, like, each character does feel different, and they're still updating the game. Now, we're at the part of the review where we gotta talk about some negatives. One of the big negatives, there's too much going on. I feel like, you know, they try to cram a lot in there, and, like, in some points it works, but in other points, like, it's just too much sometimes. Also, like, the balancing seems a little weird too. Like, I was playing as Crash one time, and, like, I'm spinning, trying to beat the enemy, and I feel like I'm not doing any damage, but then he's hitting me pretty hard. And then I tried also with, you know, that same character that he was beating me up with, and it felt like I still wasn't hitting anybody. So the balancing seems a little weird. There's too many power-ups too with these keys, like the keys and the Wumpa fruits. Like, it's cool that, like, the Wumpa fruit idea I think is great. The keys are a little weird to get, like, another power-up in there. That's just odd for me, unfortunately. But it's not the worst thing in the world. It's still really cool. It's still really, like, imaginative. I think they still did a great job with this game. Still phenomenal, but just a little hit or miss with that one. And the Battle Pass, like, I shouldn't have to pay money when I already have to buy the game. If this was a free-to-play game, I don't think I would care as much. But this game, I bought it on Black Friday for, like, $20. But, like, before, I think it was, like, $40 or $60. If you're gonna have me pay that kind of money, I shouldn't have to buy a battle pass. Like, you should be able to unlock things without spending more money in this game. That's not okay. I don't like that. That gives me such a sour taste in my mouth with these games. I hate that. I don't like it. It's just not something I like to do. With that being said, though, it's still a game that I enjoy. Still a game I'll play on the free time. Like, if I just want to smack some buttons and, you know, collect some Wumpa fruits, and I don't want to, like, really think what I'm doing. I think this is a great, phenomenal game for that. But unfortunately, due to some of the big things that I also said that I mentioned, like, where it does cause those issues, I have to give this game a 6 out of 10. I think where it strives well, it does strive very well. Where it falls, though, it falls hard. It falls flat real quick. And it's just, unfortunately, it dooms it from the beginning. The idea of unlocking characters, I think, is still a great idea, like the way they do it. I think the bouncing's messed up. The gameplay is simple and fun. There's too much going on. The character selection has great feel to it. The battle pass makes you so you can't even customize that much. Like, it really hurts it so much. 6 out of 10 has to be the way I go. Let me know what you guys think of Crash Team Rumble down in the comments below. If you feel free to also reach me on X at Kelderock. Reach me on TikTok where you see our cold open skits. On Instagram, I'll post some photos of what I'm doing too. So make sure you follow on everything. Hit the bell icon on YouTube to keep up to date with everything we're doing. And I will see you in the next review. Thank you.